All right, welcome back to the next episode on how to naturally heal your heartburn tonight. How to naturally heal your heartburn. Now, on the previous episode, we talked about, if you haven't watched the video, watch the video at the top there. We talked about what is acid reflux, the symptoms, the main reason for acid reflux, and why you should get rid of it because of the complication that these can cause. And today we want to talk about how you can get rid of your acid reflux naturally so you don't have those complications that we spoke about. Now, the first thing you want to do is to wean yourself of all the proton pump inhibitors. Proton pump inhibitors are medication like Protonix, Nexium, Omeprazole, Lansoprazole. All these belong to a group called proton pump inhibitors. And on my last video, I talked about the reason why you should get rid of these medications, that because they will suppress the acid in your stomach. And as we said before, you do not want to do that because of the benefits of the acid in your stomach. And if you haven't watched my previous video, please watch it and learn about those benefits. So the first thing you want to do is to get rid of all the proton pump inhibitors. Now, if you've been on proton pump inhibitors for a very long time, you do not want to stop it cold turkey, because by doing that, you're going to cause a hepatic acid rebound, and that can make your acid reflux actually worse. So what you can do, you can talk to your doctor and begin to wean yourself off it. Start taking it intermittently, or maybe every other day or every 3 days, until you completely wean yourself off it. If you've been on it for years, I recommend that you do that over a period of 1 to 2 months and just wean yourself off of it very slowly. Now, for temporal measures of how to get rid of your acid reflux, you can take apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, actually, it's very good to get rid of your acid reflux, very quickly. In fact, when you dilute about 4 tablespoons of acid apple cider vinegar in a glass of water and you drink it, this will give you a temporary relief and actually will stop the acid reflux. Another thing that you can do temporarily to get rid of your acid reflux is to take a magnesium-based antacid like Tom's, right, that we see over the counter. That will also temporarily give you some relief. In fact, when I used to suffer from acid reflux, I used to take Tom's intermittently for my relief until I was able to follow some of the permanent method that I'm going to show you that do not have acid reflux anymore. The other thing that you can do from home is baking soda. When you boil water to a high temperature, and then you put a tablespoonful of baking soda, actually a teaspoonful of baking soda into it, mix it until all the gas comes out. Let it cool down a little bit. It takes yucky, but when you drink it, that will temporarily again resolve your acid reflux immediately. These are all temporary relief. So you want to do this temporary relief as we talk about the permanent relief. Okay. Another way temporary relief is chamomile tea. Chamomile tea will actually also help with acid reflux symptoms by reducing the inflammation and also the stress, because stress can also cause acid reflux. So by reducing inflammation, chamomile tea has been found by research to reduce your acid reflux, temporarily. Also, people who take ginger root has an anti-inflammatory property and can also help with heartburn. Another thing that has helped with heartburn is licorice. Licorice actually increase the mucosal coating, or the mucus coating of the esophageal lining, and helps with acid reflux. So these are all temporal measures that you can take if you're suffering from acid reflux, to reduce the symptoms immediately. However, to treat this permanently, as we talk about the real reason for acid reflux, or what the relaxation of the lower esophageal sphincter, and number two, the increased intra-abdominal pressure. So these are the main reasons. So you want to tackle these reasons to really get rid of your acid reflux. So the first thing you want to do is to skip all the inflammatory diet that you take, like dairy products, grains like wheat, corn, rice, oatmeal, or ultra processed foods. You need to get rid of them. Very spicy food, you need to get rid of them because these can cause relaxation of the lower esophageal sphincter, and therefore causing acid reflux. All right, instead of eating these kind of foods, I want you to focus on low carb diet. All right, and you can go to the keto diet. If you don't know what a keto diet is, there are several videos on YouTube you can watch on keto diets. And the keto diets, those will actually help to what reduce the symptoms of acid reflux permanently. Also, losing weight is very important. If you're overweight, you need to lose weight because when you're overweight, you are increasing your intra-abdominal pressure. So your abdominal pressure is increased, therefore pushing the acid up, and you having permanent acid reflux. Another thing you can do is to stop eating or drinking 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. Most people, they watch TV, they would drink, pop, the popsicle, whatever, chips, all those kind of unhealthy food, and they go to bed right away. So stop eating 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed is very important if you want to get rid of your acid reflux immediately. Another thing you can do is that when you sleep at night, what happens is that there is a surge of the acid because you have a reason for acid reflux. Your lower esophageal sphincter is opening, and also maybe you're overweight. And when you sleep, what happens is that there's a surge of the acid into your esophagus, and therefore people have severe acid reflux at night when you sleep. So what you can do is to get a block about 2 to 4 inches, high, and put it at the head part of your bed. So what you want to do is that you don't want to put it at the head post, all right? So put it on it so that it is tilted at an angle, all right? Tilted at an angle. Don't sleep on high pillows because that's not going to help. And you sleep on a lot of pillows because you are crunching back like this. What's going to happen is that it's actually going to increase your abdominal pressure, therefore causing more acid to come into your esophagus, and your acid reflux symptoms will be worse. So put something under your head post about 2 to 4 inches high, and your bed will slant like this. And of course, agree with your spouse before you do that. And when you sleep at night, what's going to happen is that you are sleeping this way, and so your acid is not surging into your esophagus, and that is going to help you reduce your symptoms of acid reflux. Now, another thing that is so important is that if you are smoking, quit smoking because smoking relaxes your lower esophageal sphincter. So, my friend, if you are suffering from acid reflux and you're still smoking, you need to quit smoking. Another thing you want to do is to stop alcohol intake. Alcohol will relax the esophageal sphincter and it will cause a lot of acid reflux. Caffeine intake will lower your esophageal, will relax the esophageal sphincter, and it will cause acid reflux. And also, what you want to take is you can take a good probiotics. All right, probiotics. Of course, don't take the dry probiotic. Take the one that is in the refrigerator. They have been the studies that shown that if you take that, that can help permanently with acid reflux. So these are some of the things you can do. And the last but not the least is to wear clothes that are loose, not are very tight, because when you tighten the clothes, especially women, they wear those tight stuff so that they don't have the pot belly or so that their stomach is very protruding. Those things will increase the abdominal pressure, and guess what? You get acid reflux. So make sure you're wearing loose clothes, because those are the things that you need to do if you want to get rid of acid reflux permanently. Now, this will take time. That is why I provided with some of the temporary measures you need whilst you are focusing on the permanent measures to get rid of your acid reflux. And last but not the least is that if you have what we call H. pylori, that can cause acid reflux. So make sure that you are tested for H. pylori, and if it's positive, it's treated to eradicate the organism permanently, and then you follow some of the permanent method I've just shared with you. And I believe that if you do this, you'll permanently get rid of acid reflux. Now, if this video has been helpful to you, this information has been helpful to you, I want you to give me a like, share this video, leave me a comment if you have done any of these things and you have had relief and complete relief from acid reflux. I want you to share with our viewers so they will also learn from this. Until then, remember, 21st century, you're on your own doctor, so you got to take care of yourself. I'll see you on my next episode.